So starting the test drive in this 2500 HD, it drives very large, let me say it that way. But it's not cumbersome to drive, it's just you're up higher. The vehicle has a wider feel to it. But the way the steering's set up, it's very easy to kind of pinpoint where you want the vehicle to go. Just with the steering being a little lighter. Still pretty precise though, you just have to learn the truck. But especially on these thinner lanes here, still not having too much trouble staying in the lines. And having these standard tow mirrors certainly help. But all in all, not extremely difficult to maneuver. Now, when you start trying to reach its max tow capacities and things of that nature, that can be a little bit more difficult to control the vehicle, but that is what it's made for. And I just hit a giant bump and still felt pretty comfortable going over, even though it was pretty massive. But we're about to take it on the interstate here, and I'll give it a little bit of throttle. So this one has almost 3,000 miles on it. Because most people with these kind of trucks are probably going to be towing campers or things of that nature when they need to, but most of the time they'll probably just be in it empty. So let's see how it does. So great acceleration, great pull. Very impressive. And the 10-speed just makes it that much more seamless to accelerate in this truck. But we do get the lane keep assist system, lane departure, adaptive cruise, so it's nice to have that, especially with a bigger truck like this. I feel like they're just now getting around to doing that. Allowing heavy duties to have all the safety tech that you'd expect in your everyday driver, so. And cruising here at 68, not a lot of wind noise here. The ride is surprisingly comfortable. It is bouncy because it is a heavy duty truck, but again, comfortable. And of course, a lot of that comfort comes from having such a nice heated, cooled, massaging seat. So I don't have the heat or the AC on the seat now, but I do have the massage function going. I have the AC down at the lowest fan speed, but still pretty comfortable in the cabin here. But overall, for this to be such a large truck, even though it has that kind of presence to it, again, not difficult to drive it every day. And I think a lot of that just has to do with how the steering's set up. A lot of older trucks, specifically heavy duty trucks, you gotta have to grip them really hard to get them to stay in the lines just by how the springs are set up. And especially as they age, they start to need replacement. But this one so far, again, for a heavy duty truck, very easy to maneuver. And fuel economy, not terrible. This one was achieving 20 miles a gallon. I don't know what it was doing. That's pretty impressive for this kind of truck, but I'm sure highway miles around 70 miles per hour with no load, anything like that, you could achieve that if you try hard enough. Now, the price point for this is about 111,000, I think, just because you still can't find any of these, and they're still going for over sticker, but Auto Collection has it priced there, and they usually tend to be pretty competitive with the market. I just did a Z06 and everybody was complaining because I think that one stickered at like I think it was at $230 when they sold it. And I had just done a review on it, and of course, a couple of days after I did the review, somebody bought it. But people are still spending mad money on vehicles, specifically vehicles that are sought after. But This is one of those, and it shows very luxurious heavy duty truck. And this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 GMC 2500 HD Denali Ultimate.